Doug, I got to tell you something. I talked to a lot of fans here tonight that drove from great distances just to see this match in itself. This is a dream match. This is the matchup you may never even see again, and this one is going to be special, and we have it exclusively at PW Elite, and that's very exciting.
And in the ring, we have the phenomenal AJ Styles against Harry Smith, the Stampede Bulldog. And you're right. I mean, is this a first-time matchup? I believe it is.
I believe it is. I believe it is, yeah. I mean, you know, AJ Styles, while he does have the experience advantage, being a 7-year veteran, he does give up some height. AJ Styles comes in as 5'10", Harry Smith 6'5", both weigh the same, which means AJ Styles has a little bit more muscle on him. But I got to tell you something, that size could be the difference.
And Harry Smith, you want to talk about untapped potential. This guy has, I mean, just look at it, look at his heredity, look at his bloodline that he has. A member of the Hart family, the son of the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. This guy has the world of potential right here. He is obviously a future world champion in the WWE, and it's just great to see a guy on early stages of his career, and it's great to see him in the ring against somebody as good as AJ Styles.
Well, I think it says a lot about himself in that he will test himself against the best. And from what I understand, when he contacted PW Elite about coming to wrestle for PW Elite, he said he didn't want to get treated any differently than anybody else, and he wanted to wrestle the best in the business, the best that PW Elite could provide him, and we have done that.
And look at the quickness and the agility there by Harry Smith. This guy's 6'5", Eric.
Oh, yeah.
And look what he just did.
Oh, absolutely. He is so light on his feet. He's got such a pedigree behind him. He spends a lot of time with his uncle Bret Hart. Of course, you know, as you mentioned, his late father, Davey Boy Smith, comes from that Hart family line. And, you know, he's been a part of the wrestling business ever since he was in diapers. You know, AJ Styles has 7 years of wrestling experience inside of the ring, but Harry Smith has a lifetime worth of experience.
And Harry Smith also under the tutelage of Chris Benoit.
Right.
Chris Benoit has almost stepped into a mentoring position since Davey Boy Smith is not with us. Chris Benoit has almost taken Harry Smith under his wing. You know, Harry Smith, Chris Benoit watches a lot of his matches, gives him a lot of input, a lot of in-ring, and a lot just about the professional wrestling business itself. And Chris Benoit definitely wants Harry Smith to go out there and to wrestle the best possible competition out there, because this is when Harry Smith is learning. This is his maturing process in the business, is at shows like here at Pro Wrestling Elite. And this is so important for Harry Smith to show what he can do in the ring against the competitors as of Chris Hero, as of AJ Styles.
Well, I mean, you're in there right now against the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, former NWA TNA X Division Champion. I mean, you're talking about a guy right there in AJ Styles, who some say is the best in the business right there. It's an arguable point, but you can make it. AJ Styles has had a lot of success, and again, as I pointed out earlier, Harry Smith is in the position where AJ Styles was just several years ago.
And what we just saw on this videotape right before here, we saw in the locker room, we saw a little confrontation between Harry Smith and Chris Hero. Now, the Chris Hero and Harry, they had that match last time at Breaking Ground, but it was the cheap shot of Chris Hero at the end on Harry Smith, that was pretty disgusting. It was uncalled for.
Chris Hero is a disgusting individual, especially when he was paying tribute to Harry Smith's late father. I think it was pretty disgusting and tasteless, yes.
Exactly, but what we saw in the locker room, we saw a stare down, a confrontation between Harry and Chris Hero, and pretty much each of those guys challenged each other. Harry Smith, he wants at it for Chris Hero. He wants to get revenge on Chris Hero, but Chris Hero wants to get his win back. So both these guys said anytime, any place. So the next time they meet up, they're going to have their match. Now, of course, Harry's in the ring with AJ. They can't have the match right now, but Chris Hero and Harry Smith, they're under each other. They're under each other that the next time they meet, they are going to have that match, and that's going to be something to see. I can't wait.
Well, absolutely, and you have a guy like Chris Hero, and I'm sure there are other guys in Pro Wrestling Elite that are jealous of Harry Smith. They've been around the wrestling business for a long time. They've had a lot more experience inside of the ring than Harry Smith, and they're a little sick and tired about hearing about Harry Smith this, Harry Smith that, when he really hasn't accomplished a whole lot inside of the wrestling ring. He has had a successful tour of New Japan Pro Wrestling, but really hasn't been all around the world as a lot of these guys have, and that breeds jealousy. You have a guy like AJ Styles who feeds into the competition of it all. You have a guy like Chris Hero who is just bitter.
It's pretty nicely done there.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're answering a lot of my questions.
I saved the best for last.
That's right. And AJ Styles now with the hold right there. Look at Harry escape.
Put a kip up right there out of Harry Smith.
Oh, and a big drop kick. Ooh, and Harry Smith looked almost a little surprised there by the execution of that AJ Styles drop kick.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't have Harry Smith's entire win-loss record in front of me, but I got to think that AJ Styles may be the most talented wrestler that he's ever wrestled in the ring. And that's no disrespect to Chris Hero, but the accomplishments of AJ Styles, so wide, so great. I got to think AJ could be Harry Smith's toughest test to date.
And it's just so important here for Pro Wrestling Elite. AJ Styles here in the main event here at Raising the Stakes. And it just shows the matriculation of Pro Wrestling Elite as a company.
Yeah.
The stars that are coming here, the amount of competition. I mean, tonight, what a tremendous amount of the wrestling we've seen, the matches we've seen tonight, the competition we've seen tonight. Every wrestler tonight, from match 1 to the main event right here, all the wrestlers, they have laced their wrestling boots on really tight. They have come and they have worked their hardest, and it just shows the competition level, how important it is to have a good match here at Pro Wrestling Elite. It's important for the live event fans, but it's also important these DVDs will be seen by a lot of people, and it's very important to look good on these DVDs.
Oh, absolutely. What I love about AJ Styles is when AJ Styles hears about a Pro Wrestling Elite, he wants to be a part of it. It doesn't matter where it is. When he hears about a new company that's starting up and they have the elite talent of the wrestling industry, AJ Styles is a guy that's always trying to test himself, that's always trying to better himself, and that's what I love about him, and that as soon as he heard about Pro Wrestling Elite, he wanted to be a part of it.
And AJ with the monkey flip, that's pretty impressive. Harry's 6'5".
Oh yeah, absolutely, and 217.
Now AJ
locking up those legs, grapevining them. Maybe going into an Oriental Scorpion, as we saw one of these earlier tonight.
And he's got it hooked.
Oh yeah, he is wrenching back. The look on Harry Smith's face tells it all. AJ Styles talking some smack right now. The power of Harry Smith.
Wow.
Right there, just breaking it.
Nice escape. What an escape that was.
He is a very powerful young man, just like his father was.
And Harry gets to the ropes. AJ with the count. And look at the fans here, Pro Wrestling Elite, just sitting back watching the match. I mean, these are two technicians in the ring.
It's like watching the Masters right here.
Oh.
AJ Styles, what a shot right there. He doesn't care who his dad was. He doesn't care about the pedigree of Harry Smith. He doesn't care about the reputation. To AJ Styles, it's competition. It doesn't matter who's on the other side of the contract. It's about pure competition. Harry Smith with the big boot right there.
Ooh, the big knee.
And Harry Smith staying on his feet right there. Harry Smith so incredibly athletic, so agile, so balanced.
That's a great word you said there, balanced. He has a balanced attack. He can hit you with the knee. He can hit you with the boot. He can hit you with the elbow. He can hit you with the fist. He can hit you with the forearm. He is so balanced, you don't know where you're going to get hit from Harry Smith. But one thing that's consistent in the arsenal of Harry Smith is he's going to knock your block off.
Right, absolutely. And look at Harry Smith right there. And you can see the way that he's built his body. When he puts a rear chin lock on like that, or he puts a rear naked choke on like that, he leans into it. He's got that height advantage where he can just lean into it, and he puts his chest right on the back of his opponent's head, and that makes that move that much more dangerous.
It's like he's hovering. He's suffocating the opponent. The opponent's down. He's gasping for air. He needs that oxygen in the lungs to recuperate, to come back. But when you have a man with the size 6'5", 217, leaning on you, hovering you, it's hard to breathe. And if you can't breathe, you're not going to win the match, Eric.
Right. AJ Styles, he's going for a dragon screw leg whip. Yuji Gatami, he's trying for it. He's got it.
He's got it.
At the elbow.
AJ's in the ropes. Wow. The match could have ended that quick, Eric, it could have ended that quick.
And something I want to point out real quick is the fact that, yes, Harry Smith had to break that in 5, but during that set, during the 5 seconds, he was able to extend that elbow, and that could be just enough to break it or do serious damage. Serious damage to that shoulder, separate it, break the arm. He could have done a lot in 5 seconds.
Have you ever seen a wrestler of that size to be that quick, to have the match end just like that?
No.
It's amazing how lightning quick Harry Smith is. You look at him and you go, okay, he's big, but you just don't you underestimate his quickness. You just don't understand how quick this guy really is.
Well, he was trying to finish it right there with that running power slam, but AJ Styles with that drop toe hold.
And these guys are just methodically breaking down each other here, Eric.
Look at Styles using his best offensive maneuver is a defensive maneuver right there by drop toe holding Harry Smith into that middle turnbuckle right there.
And AJ with a lariat and now a forearm. Has the Stampede Bulldog, but a reversal. AJ up and over, catches him with a forearm.
And he puts a lot into it by springing off those ropes, and again.
Springboard forearm by AJ Styles. Goes for a cover, but no, only a 2 count.
And down goes Harry Smith. Harry Smith right now absorbing a lot of punishment. AJ Styles right now looking very, very confident. As this match goes on, AJ Styles is looking that much more confident.
AJ Styles, almost kind of like a, ooh, nicely done. Almost an independent legend. He's the master of the X Division, you could say, but has he ever wrestled a person with X Division skills with the size of Harry Smith? That's what makes Harry Smith so unique. He can wrestle like an X Division guy with the moves and all that, but he's the size of like the Scott Steiner. He'll hit you as hard as a Scott Steiner will.
Oh, absolutely. And AJ Styles, of course, being a former World Heavyweight Champion, has wrestled many heavyweights in his career as well. Harry Smith dropping down on 1 knee. That's a brilliant counter right there. 2 knees, even better.
Styles going for that Styles clash. I don't think Harry's ready to go down that quick.
Not at all.
Oh, up and over. And a big power slam.
Oh, scooped up. No. Not enough.
And Ref Hansen out there again. Hopefully he doesn't blow this match.
He sure has blown tonight, hasn't he?
You can say that again.
He sure has blown tonight, hasn't he?
Oh. I thought you were falling asleep on me there, Eric.
Timing is everything.
That's right. And AJ now up. Ooh, catches him. Oh, look at the strength.
Oh my goodness, maybe going for a burning hammer, a torture rack.
Spins him around. Harry now catches him. Oh, wow. Oh, 2 7/8. Going for that tiger suplex with a bridge. Didn't get him, but 2 7/8, Eric.
And Harry Smith is a guy that watches a lot of tape. He watches a lot of Japanese wrestling. You saw right there taking a page out of the book of Kabashi and Misawa, and he loves those Japanese wrestling tapes, Doug. Takes a lot of moves from those wrestlers.
He's a big fan of Doug Furnace and Dan Crawford, Harry Smith.
Really?
When he comes to the RF Video Studios, that's all he wants to watch is Dan Crawford and Doug Furnace matches.
I could think of a lot worse teams to sit around and watch.
And AJ now meeting Harry Smith with those big forearms under the chin. And AJ, oh, Harry catches him.
Oh man, look at that raw strength, that raw power right there out of Harry Smith.
Up and over, drops down. Oh no, AJ.
He's going for a Styles clash, maybe.
That's 3 count, he pinned him.
I can't believe it.
Wow, what a pin right there by AJ Styles. He caught him out of nowhere.
Chris Hero put in the boots. Harry Smith now taking shots at AJ Styles. These two no strangers to each other.
He dumped AJ Styles out. He wanted Harry Smith, and now he's putting the boots to him.
Chris Hero has been fueling ever since our very first PW Elite show.
You told me I could have a shot at you anytime, any place. Well, I have a time and a place right now.
What right now? He just wrestled AJ Styles.
It's not right. You want to talk about picking your shots. Chris Hero, very dirty right now, taking an inopportune moment and taking advantage of young Harry Smith.
Harry Smith, he meant anytime, any place in a future show. He just didn't meet after a 20-minute contest with AJ Styles. This is despicable. And now AJ in the ring. Hero backing down wisely. Oh, wait a second. AJ catches him.
AJ's got him, and down goes Hero.
He just knocked him down, and there goes Chris Hero scurrying, getting out of there.
This is
I think it's time to retreat. What a different picture.
And wait a second, that's Eddie Kingston. He's back.
His shot. He picked his shot. He's got Hero.
And now Kingston and Hero fighting on the outside.
All hell is breaking loose and raising the stakes. We thought we were getting out of this, and then we're just starting.
I thought this was over here. The show is over. Obviously, it's not. Look what happened at the last show. It's happening again. Eddie Kingston running the show again. But at least he's going after Hero, Eric.
This is all about Eddie Kingston. This is all about the war that he's got with Chris Hero. A war that spanned promotions. A war that spanned states. A war that has spanned countries. This war has gotten so big, Doug.
Oh, he hit him with that chain. I'm sorry, he hit him with that chain. And they're brawling on the underneath.
And Eddie Kingston looked like...
And wait a second! What's he doing? Hanson pushed Styles!
On the stage!
He's gonna give him Styles Clash on the stage! Sean Hansen, Ref Hansen deserved it. You saw what he did. He shoved AJ Styles, and that's what you get.
It's about time. It's about time. The things that Hansen has done tonight, he deserved it and then some. Costing people matches, being in inopportune places, Hansen deserved it. He's lucky that's all he got.
And Eddie Kingston and Chris Hero are out of here. Look at AJ and Harry hugging two competitors with an incredible matchup. But look at AJ Styles and Chris Hero standing strong here at Pro Wrestling Elite. Eric, what an incredible night of action.
Well, this is what I like to see, the spirit of competition. Tonight's show ending a little bit differently than our last show for Harry Smith, isn't it, Doug?
You can say that again. Don't say it. I know.
Ending a little bit differently than it did last month for Harry Smith. Well, for Doug Gentry, Eric Orjulo here, we want to thank you all for joining us at Raising the Stakes. We'll see you next time out on PW Elite Home Video.
Stay tuned to pwelite.com for future shows and rfvideo.com for future video releases. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Doug.